Hello, magical butterflies. This is Xtina from Butterfly Intuition Divine Guidance. Hope everyone is having a magical day, night, or afternoon. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Today, I was guided to bring you this reading. This will be quarantine messages for well-being, self-care, and self-love. In this collective reading, I will be tapping into the energy of the collective to see what type of messages need to come through for well-being, self-care, and self-love during this quarantine period. My intention for this collective reading is to bring forth messages, advice, and guidance from Spirit that come through to help bring you clarity and guidance. All of my readings are intended to be timeless, so the messages in this reading can apply in any given time or space to anyone who is guided to my channel. I intend for this collective reading to resonate with as many people as possible, but unfortunately it will not resonate with everyone, so I ask that you use discernment when listening and watching this video and only take the message or messages that apply to you and your situation and leave the rest behind. The way you will know if a message resonates with you is you will feel like I'm speaking directly to you. If you are trying to make it fit, then the message is not for you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, all readings are booked in my Etsy shop. The link to my Etsy shop is in the description box below. I offer several different kinds of readings for guidance. You can browse through my shop and in the item details learn more about this item. I list all of the information that you need, which includes what the reading entails, what information I need from you, my turnaround time, the format in which it'll be sent, as well as my disclaimer so you understand what you're purchasing and what you can and can't expect from me. I do ask everyone to read that because all of the information is put there for you. If you have any questions, you can message me through any of my social media platforms, through YouTube, as well as you can email me. My email address and how you can connect with me outside of YouTube is listed below. I'm happy to connect with all of you and answer any questions that you may have. So let's get into this reading. So I pre-shuffled the cards. I haven't looked at them, so I will be channeling these messages in real time as I record this. So the first deck that I'm going to be using is the Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle. This deck can be purchased from Goddess Provisions. So the first self-care message for this quarantine period is the number 48 card, Spend Time with Animals. So 48 equals a 12. And 12 equals a 3, so those numbers might mean something, but Spirit really wants you to spend time with animals. So if you have pets, and as you're being forced to be at home, whether you're working from home or you're out of work, whatever your situation is, it is important to make sure you're spending quality time with your animals. If you're able to take a dog out for a walk, you can do that, but of course if you have a cat or a bird or fish, just make sure that they're hearing your voice. You're making sure that they're fed, they're getting water. Fish tank, make sure it's being cleaned. Same thing with a bird. Just make sure your animals are being taken care of. And then, of course, if you don't have pets, the message is to connect with your spirit animals. You might be seeing spirit animals. Perhaps you're seeing birds outside your window. You're seeing hummingbirds, butterflies, dragonflies, bees, ladybugs. Whatever animals you're seeing, those are your spirit animals. You can look up the meaning for them, and then you can find ways to connect with them. And your next self-care message is the number 21 card. So we have another number 3. Drink tea. So Spirit is wanting you to make sure that you're drinking tea. Now, of course, drink teas that are nourishing for your body. If you're craving green tea, some type of berry tea, even ginger tea is good for your digestion. Whatever tea, or even iced tea if you want to start brewing your own tea from scratch now that you have a little bit more time around the house. Drinking tea is really good, especially before bed. You can drink like lavender tea, bedtime tea, any chamomile tea, or even a ginger tea is really good because that helps works your digestive system while you're sleeping. And your next self-care message is the number 5 card, Beauty Ritual. So the number 5 card is about change. So perhaps you have a change in your beauty routine with hair salons and nail salons closed. You're unable to go to the nail salon, to go to the hair salon to get the treatments that you need. So I know for me, I wear dip powder on my nails, so I had to learn how to remove it myself. And now I'm doing a different type of beauty routine with my nails. I'm actually learning how to strengthen them because the dip powder had made them really thin. So just make sure you're doing some type of beauty ritual. whatever you feel guided to do, even if it's simply like one day you feel like waking up and putting makeup on, or doing a face mask, taking a bath. Just make sure you have some type of beauty ritual every day where you're doing your skincare, you're doing makeup if you feel guided to, maybe just do your hair if you feel it. That way you're not just slowly getting into that stay-at-home mentality where you're just not focusing on your appearance. It is important to do a beauty ritual whether you're staying home all day or you're going outside. So just make sure a beauty ritual is happening in some capacity. And your last self-care message is the number 53 card, which equals an 8. 8s always symbolize the infinity symbol. Use your hands. So Spirit wants you to use your hands in some capacity. So you could cook a meal. You can do some journaling, some writing. You can draw, paint, color, whatever you feel guided to do. Maybe you have been thinking about writing that book. Maybe just start typing up some ideas and just see where it takes you. Or if you're able to create something with clay or pottery, if that's something you're into, you can also do that as well. So those are the self-care messages for this reading. So now I would like to get into any healing messages that we have. So the deck I'll be using is the Whispers of Healing deck. So your first healing message is transform. So this is the number 35 card, and 35 equals an 8, and 8s are forever, so the infinity symbol again. So you're being asked to transform. So you might be healing some things that you have really been putting off healing, or maybe you didn't realize they needed to be healed, but you are using this quarantine period to really transform yourself. You're really being forced to take a hard look at your life and to see what stays and what goes. A lot of people are using this time to clean out their homes and get rid of things that they don't need. That way they can make room for things that they will need in the future. We are also being looked at, maybe the way you stocked supplies and food in your house definitely has changed with the hoarding that happened at the grocery stores. Maybe you're transforming where you're not you can't take for granted anymore that going to the store, that it's going to be there, because you may not understand that it's not going to be there at this time, depending on the time of day you go to the store, as well as the type of store you're going to. So you're transforming all of that. You're having a new outlook on life, a new way that you're thinking about things. You're also looking at the things in your present life and your past. I apologize for the background noise. The garbage people are next door. I didn't know they were going to come. But you are transforming out of this energy. You're really looking at who you want to stay in your life, what you want to stay in your life, and whatever you're not resonating with, whoever you're not resonating with, you will release at this time as you transform. And your next healing message is replenish. This is the number 31 card, and 31 equals a 4. So you might be taking some time during this quarantine period to sleep and to rejuvenate and to just replenish maybe lost sleep. Perhaps in the past you were always go, 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 and now because the world is at a standstill, you have all the time in the world to be able to sleep, even take naps during the day if that's something you want to do. There's nothing wrong with that. Always take the time to sleep. Even if you sleep all day, do whatever your body feels that you need, because you can only burn the candle at both ends for so long before your body times out. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. That if you have trouble falling asleep, you could always listen to some type of guided meditation that will help get you into a relaxed state before you fall asleep. Your next healing message is hidden blessings. The number 26 card, we have another number 8. So you are seeing the hidden blessing in everything. Perhaps you are seeing this quarantine situation in a new light. The world basically was forced to go in a tower moment to stay at home. So you are seeing the hidden blessing, and you're using this time apart from your job, your friends, your family, your co-workers to really work on yourself. And you're really seeing what you need to work on, and you really see what needs to go, and you're really seeing where you want to go, because this period can be used as a positive thing. Maybe you're doing more home projects, you're decluttering, Maybe you've decided to start writing that book. I'm seeing writing music, writing poems, whatever you feel guided to do. You're seeing the hidden blessing at staying at home, and you're really enjoying being at home, and you're making it more a Zen zone, and you're making it more like your sanctuary when you're home. And then your next message is reliable. You are really seeing with this quarantine period who's reliable, who you can rely on, and most importantly, you're seeing that you can rely on yourself. Relying on yourself is so important that you don't need to rely on anyone else but you. And this is the number 38 card, and 38 equals an 11. 11s are about new beginnings. They also equal a 2, and 2s are about partnerships and balance. So you might see who you can rely on during these times. Maybe people that you haven't heard from in a long time have reached out to you to offer guidance, to bring you supplies and food. Maybe you're doing the same. You're showing people that you can be reliable. You're showing your job during this quarantine period that you can be reliable, especially if you are an essential worker, such as healthcare, grocery store, first responder, whatever field you're in. You're showing people that you can be reliable during this period, and you can help people the best that you can, as well as help yourself. And your final healing message is receive healing. This is the number 1 card, and number 1s are about new beginnings, new starts. So you are receiving healing. You are receiving the guidance from your angels and your guides and from your higher self on what type of healing you need to do. You need to release what no longer serves you. Perhaps there are things that have come up that you thought you have cleared, but now you are really taking the time to work on them, to release them. So healing is just so important right now. Take the time to heal whatever needs to heal, and just know that there's no time frame, no time stamp on when it needs to be done. Time is an illusion. It can go as fast or as slow as you need it to. Take your time to make sure it's healed correctly. So that is the healing portion of this reading. So now let's get into crystal stones. So I'm going to be using the Crystal Angels Oracle deck. So the first crystal message is Yellow Jasper. Control issues. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. So Yellow Jasper is a good crystal to use if you need to work on any control issues that you have. There's nothing that you can really control during this time. If you're out of work, if you're not able to see your divine counterpart, that is out of your hands. You need to make the best of the situation and control what you can, which is your thoughts. You can control your thoughts, your actions, and how you act towards people. So, and if you're trying to control the situation, or you have had control issues in the past, this is the time to heal that. This is the time to let that go, because this quarantine period is showing everyone who has been in that control freak energy, you can't control this. You can't control when the government and the doctors are going to say we can go back outside, we can start going back to work, things can start going back to normal. We can't control when that's going to happen, but we can control our actions and our thoughts. So listen to what your state and federal governments are telling you. If they're telling you to stay home, do so. Don't let it come down to you go out and you don't care about what is going on, because the people who don't care are the ones who spread the virus. So just make sure that you care, that you're listening to what they're saying. Even if you don't agree with them, they're doing it for a reason. They're doing it to stop the spread, because once the numbers start to go down as the testing increases, then everyone can start going back to work. So it's very important. I don't know why this message is coming through, but they want me to put it through with this card, to just listen to everyone. You can't control how long this is going to happen, but what you can control are your thoughts about it and your actions. So just be at peace knowing that everything happens for a reason. The world is on a reset, and it is important for everyone to just let go of control and just allow the universe to unfold in divine timing. And the next crystal message is gold. So here we go, divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. So the divine is coming through with this card after Yellow Jasper to let you know that the divine is intervening on your behalf. They are working on sending a miracle your way. All your prayers have been heard, and the answers will come in divine timing. Amethyst revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. So amethyst is a really good crystal if you want to tap into your third eye chakra, to really tap into your intuition, to listen to the messages that you get from your higher self, from your angels and your guides. It will help you reveal who you truly are on the inside, who you want to be, and where you want to go once we are out of this quarantine period. And the next crystal is ametrine, balancing masculine and feminine energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. So ametrine is coming through to let you know that it is time for you to balance out your masculine and feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy regardless of our gender. So it is very important to make sure that it is like a yin yang and they are balanced evenly, and that you are making sure your masculine side is balanced as well as your feminine side. And if they are not, you can use ametrine to balance that. Of course, if you don't have ametrine or any of these crystals, I'm not telling anyone to go out and buy them because I don't know everyone's financial situation. If you want to go out and buy a crystal, you can. You could order them online, or if you don't have them, you could always use whatever crystal you're drawn to. So for masculine energy, citrine is a good crystal, and for feminine energy, rose quartz. So now I'm going to get into a little bit more with crystal stones that you can use. So the deck I'll be using is the Crystal Spirits Oracle. So I'm going to be pulling up the card. I have them here, but then I'm just going to read you from the book the essential meaning for each crystal. So the first crystal from this deck is Auralite. This is the number 8 card. So this crystal is mindfulness, meditation on the present. So this crystal is perfect to use if you need to meditate, to make sure that you stay in the present moment. Staying in the present moment is very important because you don't want to live in the past or really get overly focused on the future, because when you get too focused on the future, you start creating how the future is going to unfold, and that is controlling the outcome. And what happens is you actually block and delay any move forward progress from happening because you are telling the universe that you don't trust them to bring it to you, and you are trying to control how it happens. Unfortunately, you cannot control divine timing, so use this crystal or any crystal that you feel guided to meditate to keep you in the present moment. And then the next crystal is pedalite. I believe that's how you say that. Number 42 card, which equals a 6. The essential meaning for this crystal is witnessing the observer, inability to detach, the impersonal quality of the universe. So this crystal is perfect to use if you want to detach from a situation. Perhaps there's a situation or a person that you want to detach from, that you are really obsessed with. This is a good crystal to use to detach from that person or situation. Of course, if you don't have this crystal, they're also saying you can use crystal quartz or any type of clear quartz or any type of clear crystal that you have. And then the next crystal is Seraphos green quartz. This is the number 50 card, and 50 equals a 5. The essential meaning for this crystal is life on life's terms, acceptance of our place in the world, heaven on earth, what is meant to be. So this crystal is good to help you just go with the flow in life, to help you accept that where you are is where you're meant to be. And you just need to, this crystal can help you just let go and just accept life for what it is, and that whatever is meant to be will happen. And you can just stay in perfect harmony with just trusting that everything will come to you when it's time, and you will be able to ascend when it's time. So this is basically helping you stay in the present moment as well, and to help you stay open to the how and the when. Next crystal is Labradorite. This is the number 29 card, and 29 equals an 11. The essential meaning for this crystal is awakening to the magic within, mystery and synchronicity, help from unexpected sources. So this crystal is good if you want to tap into getting in contact with your spirit guides. You can use this crystal to meditate, to really get in contact with your guides, to open up your third eye and your chakras to really help you get the messages and downloads that you're getting from your guides, as well as your higher self. And this is also a good grounding stone. You can also use this crystal to help you manifest a new beginning in your life. And your next crystal is turquoise, number 57 card, which equals a 12. 12 equals a 3. Storytelling, reframing, a different way of perceiving is the essential meaning for this crystal. So this crystal can help you keep you in balance when you're telling yourself a story in your head. So if you keep telling yourself a story on how maybe you're separated from a person that you really want to be in a connection with, and you keep telling yourself story after story on how they're never going to contact you, how it's never going to come together, how you're never going to be happy, you are actually telling yourself that you are putting out that energy that you don't want to be with this person. So using turquoise can definitely help you do a different way of perceiving. You can actually use turquoise to help you put out the vibe that you do want to be with this person, and it will help you not want to tell the story that is keeping this from blocking and manifesting into reality. And your next crystal is rose quartz, number 48. 48 equals a 12. 12 equals a 3. Essential meaning for this card is self-love, self-worth, being enough, worthiness. So rose quartz is a great crystal to manifest, meditate, love. So if you need to feel self-love, you can put it on your heart chakra, and you will then feel you might feel a little pain, and that's because your heart chakra is blocked. You can meditate with it to help you clear what needs to be cleared. You can get this crystal wet if you want to take some type of detox bath with rose quartz, even if you have bath salts that are rose quartz, or any type of bath bomb or anything like that. But rose quartz is a great crystal. You can even carry it with you. You can wear it as a piece of jewelry. You can wear it in your bra if you're female. You can wear it, put it in your pocket, carry it with you, whatever you need to do. Rose quartz is a beautiful crystal to help you maintain self-love and help you see your self-worth, that you're enough and that you're worth it. No matter where you are in your life currently, rose quartz will help you see the love in everything. And your final crystal message is carnelian. And carnelian, the essential meaning for this one is increased confidence, dignity, poise, self-assurance. So what I'm getting with this is that this crystal can help you boost your confidence. Carnelian is an excellent crystal to work with if you want to manifest and really work on your career and your life purpose and your mission work. Carnelian is a very strong stone, but it is really good to help with work, to balance work, to help you stay in the energy that you're meant to stay in when it comes to your job. So those are the crystal messages for this part of the reading. So now I would like to get into soul truth messages. This will be from the deck Soul Truth Self-Awareness card deck. So the first message is, to whom am I comparing myself right now? So are you comparing yourself to anyone right now? If you are, you need to ask yourself who, and ask yourself why. What you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. So what I'm getting from this card is that if you are comparing yourself to others, maybe you're seeing people in union with a counterpart, or still working, still being able to make money, just know that you are just seeing them, and you are what is bothering you about this person is what is bothering you within. So it's basically, whenever someone triggers you, it's because there's something inside you that is being triggered by something someone says or an action that someone's do. So it's very important to ask yourself, why am I comparing myself to this person? Why am I so fixated on how they're living their life and what they're doing and what they're saying and who they're with? Why am I not focusing on me? Because when you turn that attention to yourself, you then shine the light on yourself. And then you will see that all that you need and want is within you. You don't need to look for it in another person. So today's soul action for this is today, stop comparing and start creating. So stop comparing yourself to others and start creating the life that you want. Listen to your guidance and listen to your intuition. And then your next message is, what am I grateful for right now? So what are you grateful for right now? There's a lot of things you could be grateful for. Instead of looking at the negative that the quarantine period brings, you can be grateful for that you have a roof over your head, that you have a bed to sleep in, that you have clothes, you have the ability to wash them, you have a telephone that you can keep in contact with people, you have a computer, an iPad, a tablet, you have toilet paper, you have paper towels, you have supplies, cleaning supplies, food, you have a TV that you can watch shows on, you have Netflix. You're grateful for the fact that you have all the time in the world now, if you're stuck at home, to really look at yourself and be grateful. Adopt an abundance mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all our problems. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. So maybe start having a gratitude journal. You can write down either when you first wake up or before you go to bed 5 things every day that you're grateful for. That really helps change your mindset and helps you be more appreciative and more grateful for the little things in your life as well as the major things. And the soul action that comes with what are you grateful for is the universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and think of 3 things for which you are grateful today. So I'll do that. So I am grateful that I have a roof over my head. I am grateful that I have an apartment full of everything that I need. And I am grateful that I have all the time in the world to work on myself. And when you say these things, whether you write them down or you say them out loud, notice the abundance growing within you. You will feel a shift and you will feel a difference. So your next message is, what can I do to make a difference? So what can you do to make a difference? Do you want to help in some capacity? Do you want to make a donation to a charity that's helping first responders, healthcare workers, grocery store employees? Do you want to maybe send something to maybe your local police station, maybe your grocery store, your local hospital? Like, what can you do to make a difference? If you're feeling this way, the answer is within you. What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it? Such that every ounce of you screams no more. Where can you create purpose out of your pain? So this is showing me that if you are being kept up at night with your thoughts because there's something that you want to do, there's some type of difference that you want to make. Now maybe what making a difference doesn't mean making a donation or a contribution to your local hospital, police station, first responders, grocery store. Maybe you want to change your job. Maybe you've always felt that you wanted to be an entrepreneur, and maybe now you have all the time in the world to really think about it. So if it's keeping you up at night and you can't stop thinking about it, start writing it down. Journal down your ideas, because ideas, little notes, turn into a plan, and it's a plan of action. And then your soul action today for this is make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. So take the time today and every day to make a difference in someone's life, even if you simply compliment them, even if it's through social media. Maybe you see a post and you really like the message in the post. Comment, say you liked it. Compliment the person. You can even compliment yourself, because sometimes when you tell yourself something really nice, then you make a difference in yourself and you boost your self-confidence. You can do that with yourself as well as others. And your last soulful truth message is, what am I most afraid of losing? This is a really good question, especially for people in twin flame, soulmate, soul flame, divine connections. If you're in separation, no contact with your person, you might be afraid that you are going to lose this person and you're never going to see them again. You're never going to talk to them again. So, is this what you're most afraid of losing? And then, of course, for others, there are things that you might be afraid of losing. Perhaps it's a job, your home, your car. As we grow and change and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was to make room for what will be. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? So the message that I'm getting with this card is that if you are codependent on a person, if you feel being with your divine counterpart is how you feel that you will have love and happiness, that is not true. To have true love and happiness, you have to have it within. You have to feel it in your heart and in your soul, because everything that you need and want is within you. So it's really important for you to understand that life changes, we grow constantly, we transform. Things that we resonate with now, we may not resonate with in 2 to 5 years. That's just life, because we're constantly evolving and constantly changing. Just think about all the things you were into when you were like in high school and then your 20s, and maybe now you're in your 30s and your 40s, or you will be. Trust me, what you were into when you were in your 20s, especially of going to the bars and partying, when you get in your 30s, and especially when you get in your 40s, you don't want to do that anymore, because hangovers suck as you get older, and you realize getting drunk doesn't do anything except make you feel bad, and it makes you feel sick. So you have to understand that everything that you need for you is within you. And I'm not saying anything is a big fat lie, because I know that question triggers people. So I just want you to understand when it says, what if it was a big fat lie, it's not calling anyone a liar, so I don't want to hear that. It's telling you that it's a thought. We control how our life plays out. We are the writers of our script. Law of attraction tells us that we create our reality. So that is what this means. So the soul action for today, if this is something you're afraid of, name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution, take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you are going. And use this mantra: I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure, I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. Excuse me, I'm just going to get some water. So that is the Soulful Truth messages for this part of the reading. So the next part of the reading, I'm going to use cards from the spell deck. So I just want to put a disclaimer out that I am not an advocate for using spells. I don't know how to cast them, but I do believe there are some spells and rituals that can help if you're using them for the sole purpose to help yourself. I do not recommend or condone anyone to use them to force anyone or a situation to come into their life. Please don't use a spell ever to try to force someone to love you. So the first card is separation. Separation. Some love affairs must come to an end. So on a Saturday or during the waning moon, carve your name and Saturn symbol into one brown candle, and do the same with your partner's name on another. Place the candles on the altar so they're touching, and tie the candles together with a string. For 7 days, loosen the knot, separating the candles and moving them to opposite sides of the altar. On the 7th day, rub olive oil and the herb of heather on the candles and light them both. Recite, "The bond has changed between you and that person. We now depart on separate roads, holding respect for lessons learned, so mote it be. Let the candles and string burn down and dispose. Burn a cleansing herb to purify." So what this spell ritual is telling me that if you want to free yourself from a past relationship so you can move forward and really manifest new love with a new person, this is a ritual to do. Now, as I said, you should always do it for yourself. So if you have an unhealthy attachment to an ex or someone you know is not right for you, someone who is abusive, someone who stunts your growth, that is what you should use it for. You should not use this for if you have a divine masculine who is in a karmic relationship. Don't do that, because I'm telling you right now, it will come back and bite you in the ass. The next message is owl. With penetrating and observing eyes, owls are deep creatures that see all and carry the gift of prophecy. These night birds, a symbol of the wisdom of ages, accompanied Xtina, the Greek goddess of knowledge. When the owl appears, hidden information, messages, and lessons will soon be revealed. While pursuing higher knowledge, carry an owl image, talisman, or found feather when you need to go deeper to learn, explore, and understand that which intimidates you. So the owl is a good tool to use, or if like you can bring, if you have an image, even if you have an image on your phone, a talisman is like a piece of jewelry or like a little like figurine or something, or if you have a feather, if you found like an owl feather, or you have a real owl feather, you can use that, and that helps you understand why certain things happened in your life. And it's a really good tool to use with healing. So just make sure that if you're resonating with an owl. Owl could be a spirit animal. It could help you, show you that the wisdom, the learning that you need is within you. So this could really help open your eyes to what you need to learn. And then your next message is Kaifi. I believe that's how you say it. This Egyptian incense blend is used for daily purification, solar rituals, house blessing, healing, and cleansing rites. So the ingredients are on the side. So you would use 1 teaspoon frankincense, 1 tablespoon of frankincense, 1 tablespoon of myrrh, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon powder, 1 tablespoon of benzoin, 1 tablespoon of pine resin, 1 tablespoon of sandalwood, 1 tablespoon of sweet flag, 1 tablespoon of gun mastic, mashed raisins, a teaspoon of honey, splash of red wine. And then for essential oils, you do 2 to 4 drops of frankincense, 2 to 4 drops of benzoin, 2 to 4 drops of sandalwood, and 2 to 4 drops of myrrh. So this blend you'll also need a mortar and a pestle to grind the powders. Pour into a separate mixing bowl, then add raisins and honey. Add in the red wine and a few drops of each essential oil. Mix thoroughly with a spoon or gloved hands. Dry overnight and test by burning on a charcoal tablet. Store in an airtight jar. Kaifi recipes vary. Use the ingredients that speak to you. So this is if you want to do a daily purification. This is something you don't have to do. If you want a screenshot of the card, you can pause this video and take a shot of it, as well as the other cards, but to get this ingredients if you want to do it. But of course, follow the directions on the card and make sure that you are being safe while you're doing it. Then your next message is Earth. An invocation for Earth to be used when calling in the elements during a circle or connecting to our roots when out in nature. Face the east direction of your circle. Use a compass for assistance. Hold up your theme and recite the following. Merry meet, north, element of earth, we feel your presence beneath our feet and ask you for solid grounding in our rights. So mote it be. And then, so this is to help you get grounded with the earth and to really tap into the earth energy if this is something you want to do. So you would recite that, and then when you're done, you close the circle by saying, Merry part north, we thank you for guiding, teaching, and illuminating our rights. So that's just something if you feel called to do that, but of course you don't have to. I'm not telling anyone to follow these cards. These are just guidance messages that are come up because there's going to be somebody watching this reading that might resonate with it. And then the final message is making a healing balm, a natural healing balm to soothe your soul when you're under the weather. So you need 6 tablespoons of shea butter, the essential oils rosemary, eucalyptus, peppermint, balsam, fir or pine, and lavender. You melt the shea butter in a double boiler, remove from heat, and add 5 to 10 drops of any combination of the essential oils. Mix thoroughly, pour and store in a lidded tin. Use topically for chest colds to aid with peaceful sleep. Consult an herbalist for information regarding use for children, and do not use if pregnant. So this is just something if you want to make a healing balm, if you're feeling under the weather. This is allergy season right now. We're still in flu season. I'm not saying this healing balm can cure anyone or treat anyone that has the coronavirus. That is something you should be consulting a doctor with, but this is something if you just want to do something to just kind of do like a simple cold that you know you have. But of course, I'm not a doctor, so you should definitely consult a physician, especially during these times. So that is what I have for the spell deck. So the next messages I just have guidance messages. So I'll be using the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. Your first message is awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So right now you're going through an awakening period. You are ascending and growing, and you are changing. You're really starting to see that certain people around you no longer resonate with you. You're not liking how they're constantly buying into the fear-mongering media. I'm hearing that message very strongly. Perhaps you have people around you who just are constantly sending you low vibrational articles and stuff, and you finally are not sure if you should say something. You can. I mean, you're awakening, and maybe you don't want to bring that stuff into your pie. And of course, if you're seeing it on social media, you can scroll past it, you can unfollow the person, you can unfriend the person. And the same thing goes with Twitter and Instagram. Just you're awakening, so people that you have resonated with in the past are not going to resonate with you now, and there's nothing wrong with that. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So this card is showing me that you are breaking the patterns of the past. Perhaps you learned behaviors from your parents and you're breaking the chains. So that's for people. Perhaps maybe you grew up in a house where somebody drank or did drugs or engaged in extracurricular activities such as having sex with people nonstop, cheating, adultery. Those patterns are being broken. It could also be as simple as a thought process. Maybe your thought process around money and the way you live your life and your job has suddenly become crystal clear that you are basically living the life that your parents told you to. And then the next deck I'll be using is the Starseed Oracle. So you have Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. So Starkeeper is coming through to let you know that this is a message for light workers. Light workers are really being open to the possibilities. Light workers are being told to stay grounded and to be the foundation for those that don't want to ascend. Light workers are keeping the foundation solid and are helping each other rise up. Loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. So it's time to loosen your grip. You can't control everything. You can't control the outcome. Let go. Just free fall and allow the universe to unfold the way it's supposed to. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. So you are not meant to be friends with everybody. Not everyone is going to like you, and you are not going to like everyone. So it is very important for you to understand that you're not for everyone, and everyone is not for you. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. So you are very centered in who you are. You have healed your inner child, or you are currently healing your inner child, or you should be healing your inner child. You have all the intelligence. The universe is sending you all the information that you need. If you just get in touch with your inner child and start meditating and listening to the guidance that you're getting, you will ascend and you will become a child of the cosmos or a light worker if that is what your destiny is. So that is what I have for these messages. So now let's get messages from your guides. So the deck I'll be using is Messages from Your Guides by James Van Praagh. So the first message is your beliefs are right for you. So this is a reminder to never doubt yourself, to never let other people's opinions or beliefs trump yours. Always know that your beliefs are right for you. They may not be right for everybody else, and that's okay. Just know that they're right for you and to stand by them. Let go of ego is telling you to stop letting your ego mind control your thoughts. Whenever you're about to change or grow or do something, the ego mind comes in with all these stories on how fear and doubt is creeping in, and it's just time for you to let go of ego. Now, you're always going to have these thoughts, so it's just important for you to know that. But what you do is when the ego mind comes in, you just have to say, hey, you know what? I hear what you say, but I know intuitively that I need to do this. And then what you do is you don't listen to your ego mind and you follow your intuition and you follow your guidance. Make each day count. So no matter what is going on in your life right now, each day counts. You count. Make each day count. Do one thing that you're proud of every single day. Don't relinquish your power is reminding you to never let someone take your power away. What you are doing in your life, what you believe in, what your thoughts are you. Don't give your power away by letting someone manipulate you into doing something you don't want to do. And now I am going to close this reading with some random guidance messages, and then I'll pull 2 affirmation cards for the collective. So the first guidance message is spend time near water to relax and recharge your batteries. So if you're able to take a walk near a body of water, you can do that, or a detox bath will work. Be patient and trust in divine timing. Excuse me. This is just reminding you to trust in divine timing, to be patient, that just know that the spiritual clock is not like the clock that we have here. There is no such thing as time. And the deck that I used for these 2 cards is the Self-Empowerment Oracle by High Priestess 1111. And then now I'm going to be using the Pink Oracle by Laura Emily, the Happiness Coach. I believe she now goes under her full name, which is Laura Ansel. Observe carefully. See the big picture. So it's really important to really observe everything around you, to see the big picture, to see the beauty in everything, and to come up for air. So see the big picture, see life for what it is, see the beauty in everything, and just come up for air and just bask in the sunshine, bask in the glory, bask in fresh air. Just come up for air and just live in the present moment. And I will pull messages from her other deck, which is the Journey Oracle. This is by the same person, Laura Ansel. So faith, deep down, you can feel that everything is going to be okay. Change is about to take place in your life. Jump on it. So have faith that this change that is happening in your life is divinely guided. It is meant to happen. Just be open to the how, the when, and the where, and just keep going with the flow. And tribe. Ask the universe to start bringing in like-minded people to help you really get on your path. So it's really important for you to know that your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you keep your vibe in high vibration and positive light, you will have people around you that are for your highest and greatest good. And now I would like to just leave you with 2 affirmation cards. So I'll be using the Sacred Empowerment deck. So let me just do a quick shuffle here. I got 2 affirmations. So your first affirmation is, I am my own healer, and I'm expanding past my comfort zone into greater possibility. So those are the 2 affirmations. If you feel guided to recite any of them during this quarantine period or any time during your life, feel free. So that is it for this reading. So I hope this reading brought you clarity and guidance regarding what's going on with quarantine, on what Spirit wants to bring forth for well-being, self-care, and self-love. If this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. You can also email me if you would rather it be in a more private setting. Thank you everyone for all the likes and shares on this video and my others. And if you're subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the bell notification so you are notified every time I post a new video. And of course, you can book a personal reading with me by going to my Etsy shop. The link is below. Sending you all love and light during this time. Stay safe, stay healthy. Wishing you a beautiful and magical day, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Until next time, much love.